Welcome to the Create with Katrina Julia show by Fit Life Creation, where we talk all the things on wellness, faith, marketing, business, and travel to create a life and business you love. I've been there, friend. I've walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and bondage to freedom, along with transformation in every area of my life. I'm right here with you, walking along on my own path to creating. So tune in so that you learn how to create a life and business you love, hands-on. Let's create it. Welcome to some insights on influencer marketing and brand activations along with influencers and an event that I created, Fitness Fuses with Fashion. So I've been creating events for actually since college, so 15 plus years. And back in about 2015, I started co-creating or imagining this incredible event called Fitness Fuses with Fashion. And I had access to a beautiful event space in Buckhead in Atlanta with a 2-story lounge with a pool with full open glass windows and a kitchen and a two-story space with a beautiful glass staircase overlooking both, of course, the bottom, but as well as the pool. So it immediately was a perfect event space to host an interactive and innovative fitness event coupled with fashion, not to mention integrating brand activation, brand placements, and influencers at every turn. So basically, first, from an aspect of programming, I imagined, combining fitness like yoga and high intensity workouts, as well as fashion, and including and integrating Herbalife Nutrition, True Foods Kitchen, and so many different other avenues, including getting, makeup done with a makeup artist that Philip that was doing makeup at the time with both MAC Cosmetics as well as his own brand. And basically, first step by step, outline the event and then started connecting with a yoga instructor, started pitching brands like True Foods Kitchen, Big Peach Running Company that has brands like Nike, Under Armour to co-sponsor our clothing, as well as Athleta at Lenox Mall. So started pitching sponsors just so you guys get some insights and behind the scenes, and then started thinking about models as well as influencers and just a great sponsor to help with both promotions as well as get exposure with a school here in Atlanta. So I thought of Art Institute and pitched them to be a co-sponsor and co-market the event, as well as provide students and offer credit for the participation of the event and co-sponsorship. And we ended up getting sponsored by Big Peach, by Athleta. Kelsey ended up partnering with us on yoga. And then our institute, we had probably about 20 plus students modeling the clothing from Under Armour, from Nike, from Athleta, with Big Peach, as well as Athleta at Lenox Mall. Just a couple of the sponsors we had. We I integrated Herbalife Nutrition. Many of you may know or don't know, I lost over 55 pounds over 7 years ago with a healthy, active lifestyle, with workouts, with competing with Herbalife Nutrition. And disclaimer, the average person loses a half a pound to a pound a week with a healthy, active lifestyle. I also got True Foods Kitchen to co-sponsor food and sponsor food as well. And then we had a number of different vendors as well. So, like, right when people checked in, they had an amazing, check-in experience, and they would go downstairs. They could do different mini makeover experiences with like eyeshadow, lashes, lips with Philip and his team. Grab smoothies with Herbalife Nutrition, grab liftoff shots, grab tea shots, and then check out some of the vendors that we had, like Rachel with her organic skincare and makeup line. We had several others as well. And then our fitness show started, where we started with yoga, and it was very, very interactive. Then the Fitness Fuses with Fashion show, which we had hula hoops. We had some of the participants from the community at Berkshire Terminus, which they also sponsored a commercial property with an apartment complex and a residential in Atlanta. And then I also modeled in the fitness show along with the Art Institute students as well. And in the link in the show notes, you can also, via my YouTube channel, see the very, very interactive video, Fitness Fuses with Fashion, that showcases the entire event. And Chris at Chris with Camera produced the video, as I was the creative director, and basically gave him the outlines of what I wanted for the content. And I'm going to showcase, you'll see several pieces of the video sliced and diced on my YouTube channel, as well as my Instagram, on Fitness Fuses with Fashion, just to give you some insights on building your brand with influencers as well. And I mentioned Herbalife. And so not only were we sponsored by so many incredible brands and brand placements and integrations, and this was obviously, or was, an activation for Fit Life Creation and Create It Like a Boss. We also charged for ticket prices. We had 3 different ticket prices that we listed on Eventbrite, on our website. The participants, the influencers in the show, sold the tickets as well, and they got free tickets to the show. And then we also ended up raising money and giving to Atlanta Children's Shelter to help give back, to help in homelessness, to mothers and families that were part of Atlanta Children's Shelter. And we gave over $1,000 to that cause as well. For the event and with the event. And we had the president at the time, who was also the president of Buckhead Business Association, Barry, speak at the event. We had an incredible DJ, Lee, at Lee Media, and he's also on LinkedIn. And we, the feature song of the video that you'll see at Fitness Fuses with Fashion is by an incredible artist, Delra Harris, that last I knew is based in Atlanta. And the song is Hope. Hope All Things Are Possible. And it's an incredible dance remix as well. So that gives you some behind the scenes of different elements of a brand activation, from thinking about conceptualizing the event, outlining the programming of the event, in this case, Fitness Fuses with Fashion, the different elements of an event. What, in this case, and in any event, you want to think about when you're setting up an activation, brand sponsorships. You want to think about participants to help you co-promote. You want to think about the brand placements and sponsors, like we had here: Athleta, Big Peach, and True Foods, Herbalife, Fit Life Creation. You want to think about participants to help you promote. Speaking of promotion, you want to think about avenues of making money, via platforms like Eventbrite, like Meetup, like websites, like social media. And then you want to also think about what you are going to include in those bundles, in the ticket sales, be it, the event, be it an online course. And then, especially for me, it's important, beyond the brands, beyond the influencer, beyond the brand awareness, beyond just the incredible vibe and spirit of the event, And beyond the integrations, like the brands and experiences I talked about, and you can definitely check that out via the video, is the giving element, and then lessons learned, and then how you're going to magnify the, energy and spirit of the event, how you're going to magnify sponsorships, ticket sales, influencer marketing, and promotions as well, whether you repeat the same kind of event or another event, and you want to think about where the event was hosted, who was partnered, what's the media, who was the sponsors, how else can you increase the community impact and influence and income for those, those of you, the creators and CEOs who crave creating community and cash as well, and as well as giving to impact the communities where you are. So let me know if you are involved in brand activations, if you have partnered with brands in the past, if you are thinking about it in 2023 and beyond, because definitely, everyone is craving more community in person in so many different ways. And definitely leave a review on the show so I can shout you out, and tag me on social media at Katrina Julia Fit, at Fit Life Creation, on what you're creating in 2023 and beyond, so I can help spotlight you and help you create it like a boss too, and perhaps collaborate. And last but not least, as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to. All the chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel, so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.